Hey guys, this is Heretic, and this is part 2 in the Spend Right series. And in this video, I'm going to go over spending from castle level 1 to 30. But before we get started, you all know that Alliance events don't always line up with your regular play schedules. Today's sponsor, Fire Alarm 24/7, is here to help.
Does this sound familiar? You've forgotten to shield and you wake up to a zeroed castle, your farms are overloaded and tempt your enemies, or you missed your Alliance's biggest event because you hit snooze one too many times? But are you afraid to set a normal alarm because you don't want to destroy your relationship? Introducing Fire Alarm 24/7 with patent-pending Fury Shield technology.
Fire alarm? I have a crown event in War and Order at 4 a.m. and, maybe make it sound like I didn't wake up for a mobile game.
No problem, Gary. I've got you covered. Gary! Time to get up to plan your anniversary surprise for Linda.
Ah, Gary, you are so thoughtful.
With Fire Alarm 24/7, never miss a battle in game. Never cause one in your personal life.
So you find a new realm, or maybe you're playing the game for the first time. Or maybe you're coming to join me here on 1745, where I have this brand new character here. There will be many opportunities to spend. There's a ton of things that you could spend on. And you may feel like you need to speed ahead to be at the same level as other people when you're looking here in the castle rankings. All right. But before you fall into that trap, let's talk about spending and what you should be doing to get the most out of the game, the most out of your experience, and the most out of your wallet. So the very first thing you want to do whenever you find a new realm is you want to join a good alliance. So you want to look, you can look through, go to rankings over here. You can go down and you can look at power rankings. That's one thing. You can also look at world chat and see like what's going on with alliances. You can go in and actually talk to people. You need to find an alliance that's going to work for you. They need to play, do their events around the same time that you're going to want to do events. Maybe there's no events in the very beginning, right? But you kind of want to know what time zones people are in. You want to be in an alliance that has hope of surviving. It has activity. It has positivity, really, in it. That will help a lot. Being in a starter or a no-growth alliance is one of the worst experiences that you can have in War and Order. So the very first thing that I'm going to say that you need to do is, before you think about spending a penny, is you need to look for a good alliance. Get a good feel. Usually, I understand if you're new to the game, that might be difficult for you to do. But when we're talking about spending, don't spend in the game until you're sure you're going to stay here in this realm. You may end up going to another realm. You may look in the world chat here and see a lot of toxic people. You may see that it just doesn't work for you. Like, everyone's on the other side of the world. They're going to play their time zone. You're going to kind of be on your own. And that's not a fun way to enjoy War and Order. War and Order is at its best when it comes to community, when it comes to being able to be in an alliance and communicate and have a purpose together, right? And then participate in all these events and things that require you to be in an alliance that works together. Next, after you find a good alliance, the only things that you should be spending on, if you spend it all from castle level 1 to 20, are this golden hammer, and you can see it here. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click over here to buy, and you can see what's involved, what you get here. You get good resources, you get speed ups, and you get this second hammer. So this allows you to build 2 buildings at the same time. You're going to get to the point where you're going to start some sort of an upgrade. It could be your barracks, and that's going to take 4 days. But in the meantime, you're going to want to upgrade other things. So it's very important that you have this second hammer. You'll also get some gems here. You get 1,000 gems. And gems are important. You need to save them for now. The other thing that I would get, and this is after you've decided, I'm going to stick it out, right? This is going to be the realm that I'm going to be on between 1 and 20. So we're talking 1 to 20 right now. If you go over here and you go to benefit packs and you go to monthly card pack, you're going to want this Supreme card. I do the 30 days better if you did the 90 days in the long run, but you're going to get to level 20 in that first 30 days if you follow what we're doing here. So if you get this, the reason why you want to get the Supreme card is with this from 1 to 20, you will need almost no resources. So you want to get this. It's going to give you 1,000 gems a day. It's going to give you a stamina potion every day and a very little amount of speed ups. But the important thing here is that you have this build benefit of every building that costs a certain amount of resources, you're going to get all of that for free in the beginning. So it's going to keep you going. It's going to get you going. And with this, and we'll talk about it in a minute, you're going to want to get at least two farm accounts set up. And I have another video that it shows you how to get farm accounts, and I'll have it right now. You can click it if you want. But you're going to want 2 farm accounts that will produce resources for you, because you do not want to spend ever. You never want to buy a pack that has to do with resources or with speed ups. You'll be able to get all of that from events, from quests, from just playing the game for free. All right, so the next thing that you may want to get is in weekly specials. This first gem pack, you can only get it once a week. It's $6.99. Depends on your budget. It's extra. I would probably go ahead and get that. The other thing that you might want to think about from 1 to 20 is getting anything that has to do with Beast if it's a cheap pack. And if it's a part of your budget, a cheap pack from 1 to 20. Other than that, you should not be spending. You should just be building. For your gems, you're going to have gems, and I said save them. Where I would spend gems is here on the merchant ship. And you need to be level 10 to open that up. But once you get to level 10, use the merchant ship to get stamina potions. And you want to get as many of those as you can every day. Because one of the things that you're going to really want to do is kill monsters. And you're going to want to run that as much as you can. You're going to want to kill as many monsters as you can every day. You want to use up all of your stamina every single day. One thing that you could get is the auto attack pack. But in the beginning, I wouldn't get that. In the beginning, I would just kill the monsters manually. So what should you focus on? I would say focus on getting to castle level 30 as fast as you can. To get to 20, let's say, get to castle level 20. That's your first goal. You want to get there as fast as you can. Don't raise up your farms unless that's a part of the path to get to 20. Right? So you're going to have to get a sawmill to a certain level. You're going to have to get a farm to a certain level, a stone mine, and an iron mine. But other than those, don't do anything extra with those. Don't spend any of your resources and your focus on those. On your buildings, you're going to want to get your hospital and your medic tents. You're going to want to build those up. You're going to want, because you want to make sure that your hospital capacity is high enough to handle any kind of lapse you may have in shielding and protecting your troops. You're going to want to make sure that you don't lose troops there. Other than that, focus on building up your troops. And you need troops to kill the monsters that will give you a ton of resources. So the reason you want to kill monsters is you want to get Lord XP, which gives you great tech, and it also gives you a lot of resources. And when you get to the ability to kill level 26 monsters, you'll get scrolls that will give you Azurite. Basically, when you get 10 scrolls, you can convert those into 100. Basically, you get around 100 on average Azurite. So that's going to be super important later on. And so when you're going from 1 to 20, like I said, just spend on those things. Once you get to level 20, here's what I would do. And this is for a budget spender. I would focus on 3 things. 1, raising up Purple Totem, more the rune stones than the actual totem itself. 2, the Elder Titan, focusing on the statistics. It's the 3rd item that you can get there, the crystals. The 3rd thing is I would focus on the Star Mines Northern Palace when it's available. It has great tech. And the star mines overall, I wouldn't spend too much on star mines. You will be able to get that from the mines itself daily. And then the other thing that I would focus on is picking my artifacts. So you don't want to pick your artifacts until you know whether you're going, what your front line and your back line is going to be. So if you're going to be infantry mage, then you want to focus on the artifacts that go with that. And you want, for spending, you want to use waotools to guide you through, keeping you within your budget and ignoring other people and drama going on in the realm. So ignore what's going on in the realm. Focus on your goal of getting first castle level 1 to 20 and then going from 20 to 30. You need to get to 30 as fast as you can. Once you get to 30, you can focus more on tech, you can focus more on fighting, you can focus more on the fun of the game. But until, and it is fun getting to 30, believe me, and it's going to take a little while. It's not something you're probably going to do in a few days. It's going to take a month, 2 months, 3 months maybe to get there. But that should be your focus. Don't spend on resources. Use your farms to help you with that. Use your killing monsters and getting the resources that way. Have the Supreme card. That's going to help you make it easier to build up. So you have to use less resources to construct. You can also in your university, you can also in the development area, you can study, you can train up your construction, your stamina, so that you use less stamina, that you regen stamina faster. It'll help you kill more monsters quicker over time. It'll help you kill more monsters, and that's always is what we're kind of focusing on here. But your goal is to get to castle level 30 and unlock the mine over here. And once you unlock that, you'll be generating azurite. And it's super important. The earlier you do that, the better you're going to do overall, because azurite becomes a roadblock to your progress after castle level 30. So if you follow what I'm saying here, then you will do great. So now let's take a look at waotools and how you can use that to budget and plan from castle level 20 to 30. So here we are in waotools. So first, don't buy packs in the game directly with your cards or whatever. You definitely want to go to the purchase center, and I'll leave a link in the description for W Coins, which is a legit service offered by Camel Games, by the makers of War and Order, to purchase coins that then show up on your account within the game. So you get, the reason that you want to do that is you pay less taxes on it and you get more for the amount that you spend. So definitely that's the way to go. It doesn't matter if you're spending $10,000 a month or 10, right? So let's look in here. So waotools is amazing, and you can see the link here in the video. But if you go over here and you go to priorities, you can put, let's say we want to get runestones. These are the purple runestones. And you want to get, let's see, you can search through here and you can get the Titan crystals, and you can get the raw energy that levels up the Titan, and you can get the fragments which evolve the Titan as well. So these things are all important, and these are kind of in the order that I would put them. The Titan crystals actually raise the tech. So from castle level 20 to 30, I would go very cheap on these, no matter what your budget is, because you'll need them more later on. But I would, for tech, these are important things. The other thing is artifact fragments. So you want a gold artifact fragments. You want to get those, but you want them on the cheap. And then you can put here what your monthly budget is. Let's say if it's 200, just for whatever. All right, so then you can go here into packs, and within packs you can look at what you can get on a daily basis. So let's look at Mondays. And so on Monday If you want the Apollo bow, that's one way to go. Here's a fragment. Let's say you just get that. And you can see the beauty of this is you can see which is the best pack to get. The lower this dollar per quantity is, the better it is. So 0.18 is better than 0.19 and is a lot better than 0.29. And so then you may want to get one of these packs for the skill. And then you look at Tuesday. And it'll let you go until you basically run over your budget. And so here's a rune stone. You might want to get that. Go to Wednesday. And let's see what we have here. Maybe nothing on Wednesday. Thursday, get a raw energy. Already got those. Let's go to Friday. Artifact customs here. And the cool thing about waotools as well is when you look here, what's highlighted here, what's circled, are the ones that give you the best bang for the buck, right? And then you just go through here for each day. So here's your enchantment crystals, these you'll want. And then here's your weekly packs, and you're going to get that, right? Oh, no, wait, you've gone over your budget. So then you would have to adjust down, and you could look through here and say, well, the weekly superior runestone, is at 0.02, so I'll do that instead of the daily. And then if I look here on monthly, what I'm getting is 0.02. So I'm going to just only get runestones at the 0.02. So now I can go back over here to users, and I can have it show me the packs that I've chosen. And then you can go through here and you can look at runestones, and it'll tell you how many that you'll end up getting. And so this is the way that you can kind of build out your budget and plan for your monthly spend amounts, which I really truly believe that everybody should have. Whatever that amount is, you should budget for it and not just click randomly in the game and buy a bunch of packs, because you'll end up overspending and getting less out of it. So it's a lot better to use a tool like this that will allow you to pick the items, the packs that give you the best value for the items that you're trying to get. So this is what I would do. This is what I would follow. And it tells you at the top, like, what are you getting out of this? So it's a good deal. All right. And so with this is the end of the second part of the Spend Right series. There's at least 2 more videos coming. I will be focusing on higher, like after 30, like tech and pushing your tech and what to focus on. And then I'll also be focusing on event spending, like what do you get from the Infinite Wars shop? What do you get from the Star Ruin shop? What do you get from the Fortress Wars shop? What do again, is it worth on events? Which of the events give you something that's actually worth it, like the camel growing up? Like, is that event worth spending on? And if it is, which pack should I be getting? That sort of thing. So that's coming this month, January 2025. It's coming as a part of the series. All right. And with that, take care.